Hey, what's going on, guys? Good morning. Hope you're all doing well. It's 11:20 my time. I apologize. I'm getting this video uploaded late today. I actually had a meeting this morning that went a little bit longer than I was expecting. Great meeting, and I'm also preparing to preach this Sunday for our Maundy Thursday service. So if you want to tune in this Thursday at 6 p.m., we're going to be talking about what Maundy Thursday is and the commandment that is given with it. Well, our passage today in John 2, we're going to look at Jesus cleansing the temple. And really the question that I think that I want to ask us, and the question, I used to have a friend, he still is a friend, but he used to always ask this question to people. He used to say, what are you all about? Like, what is it that makes you tick? What are you all about? This morning, I think in our passage, we're going to see what Jesus is all about. Starting in verse 13, it says this: The Passover of the Jews was at hand, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. In the temple, he found those who were selling oxen and sheep and pigeons and the money changers sitting there. And making a whip of cords, he drove them out of the temple with the sheep and the oxen. And he poured out the coins and the money changers and overturned the tables. And he told those who sold the pigeons, take these things away. Do not make my Father's house a house of trade. His disciples remembered that it was written. Remember, this is the disciple, or the gospel writer here is writing this after the fact of all this taking place, and even after Jesus' resurrection, which we'll see here shortly. So his disciples remember, verse 17, his disciples remembered that it was written, zeal for your house will consume me, quoting the Old Testament here. Verse 18, so the Jews said to him, what sign do you show us for these things? Jesus answered them, destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up. The Jews then said, it has taken us 46 years to build this temple, and you will raise it up in 3 days? But he was speaking about the temple of his body. When therefore he was raised from the dead, his disciples remembered that he had said this, and they believed the scriptures and the words that Jesus had spoken. So again, what are you all about? You know, you can kind of look at somebody's life and kind of see what they're all about. Maybe even go through their past Google searches to see what they're all about. And so ask yourself that question, like, what is it that consumes me? What do I have zeal? What do I have passion about? And I think what we'll see here is Jesus's passion was for the worship of God. Like, he goes into this temple, and these people are selling. Their passion is to make money. Their passion is for themselves. And Jesus goes in there and completely destroys these people and their passions. And he says, you know, zeal for my Father's house has consumed me. The passion and the worship that we ought to have for God has been replaced for stuff. And so Jesus here is asking us, what is our passion about, right? What are we all passionate about? And anyway, by grace and mercy, he shows us the things that ought to consume us, the things that we ought to believe in. And what is that? That's the worship of God. That's God being known in our hearts, him being the all-satisfying thing, the key to our hearts that only he can be. And then in turn, that being the key to others, us becoming these Christians, these Christ-like ones who go and share that passion and that desire for others to know Jesus with the world. And so what are you all about? Are you all about yourself, your own glory, your own passion? Are you about making money? Are you about a girl or a guy, or just getting out of this quarantine? I think today the challenge is for us to do a little self-diagnostic test to figure out what makes us tick, and then to repent of all things that are not the worship of God. So anyway, hope you're doing well. And sorry for uploading this late again. I'm doing one take, so sorry. Hopefully this goes well, but love you guys. Thanks.